This is a special presentation of WAAY 31 Sports.
It's the McCurry Big Game Friday night. Hello, Alabama, find a comfortable spot. We got high school football and it's coming out hot. Now here we are and the lights are shining bright. We've always been. Yeah, WAAY 31 is rocking all right. With Nolan, Lyndon, Max, and Antonio. It's the McCurry Van and Car Rental Big Game Friday night.
From 43 area teams in the 2021 high school football playoffs to 11, it's clearly not easy to win in the postseason. Tonight marked round 2 as spots in the state quarterfinals were on the line. Hello and welcome back in to Big Game Friday night. I'm Nolan Knight. Thanks for joining us tonight. The second round of the high school football playoffs are here, and we had some battles across the state. We begin this week's show at Madison Academy, where the Mustangs were hosting Priceville in our Big Game Friday night game of the week and a 4A showdown.
It might seem crazy because it's only the second round of the playoffs, but there's only a handful of area teams still contending for a blue map. 2 of them met tonight here at Bill Washington Stadium as the Madison Academy Mustangs hosted the Priceville Bulldogs. It's a battle of 2 10-1 teams, but only one can advance to the third round. Still scoreless in the first, Priceville's Mason Carty looks to find a way out of a bad situation following a high snap, but Madison Academy's Deuce Spurlock gave him no chance, dragging him down as the Mustangs forced the Bulldogs to punt. So with the ball, Madison Academy plays the hits. A Will Stokes carry gets the job done as MA takes a 7-0 lead. Priceville would eventually get some movement. Carty on the toss and he gets to the outside and takes a slide, but Madison Academy would hold them again, and that means Will Stokes is going to get the ball back in his hands, and man, is he hard to contain. Stokes stretches and the Stangs have a 14-point advantage. But it wouldn't be long before they were running it again. Touchdown number 3 for number 3 as Stokes spoils the Bulldogs' visit to Bill Washington Stadium. So the Madison Academy Mustangs advance with the 35-7 win over Priceville. I'm joined by Mustangs head coach Bob Gotze. Coach, obviously we knew this was going to be a big one. What was it that got you guys such a big lead that you were able to hold on to?
Well, first of all, we played outstanding on defense. You know, as we said, I've said all week, you know, they're really good at what they do and creating extra gaps and making it tough. But our guys came to play, especially in that first half. And then we answered on offense. You know, we had a couple uncharacteristic drops, but, you know, other than that, you know, we got the run game going. You know, we kind of did a little bit to them what they've been doing to other people in terms of keeping the ball away from them, and just really proud of our guys all through.
In your time here, this is the team's first visit to the third round. What does this mean to you and the program?
Well, I just think we're on the right track. We got kids that have paid their dues. Most of these guys were sophomores that first year, you know, playing a tough schedule, and just excited they get to experience another round.
And we talked about the defense, but obviously we can't forget to mention Will Stokes, who finished the night with 5 touchdowns. What did you see out of him tonight?
Well, you know, it starts up front, of course, and you know, those guys did a great job of getting bodies on bodies, and then, you know, Will's got great vision and does a great job carrying the ball. And, you know, we told him in the first half we felt like we were wearing them down, and just keep pounding away. The big ones will come, and that's what happened in the second half. We had the big runs.
So again, the final score in this one, Madison Academy 35, Priceville 7. That'll wrap things up from Madison Academy. For WAAY 31 Sports, I'm Max Cohan.
So there you have it. The Mustangs get the big win to advance to the 4A state quarterfinals, where they will take on Good Hope, the Raiders. They beat Northside tonight 35-21. While in the other 4A quadrant, we had another big-time matchup as the 5-1 Randolph Raiders hit the road to travel to Brooks to take on a 10-1 Lions team, and our Xavier Weary was on the sidelines for this one.
It's the second round of the playoffs, and what more could you ask for? You have a one-loss Randolph Raiders team on the road to play an undefeated Brooks Lions team. We travel to Brooks, where the undefeated Lions host the Randolph Raiders in this second round playoff matchup. On the opening drive for the Raiders, Andrew Hunter takes the snap and fires it upfield to Griffin Kinnemer as he gets some extra yards and a key first down for Randolph. Shortly after, Hunter is going to zip it to his tailback, Nick Strong, who uses his quick feet to get the Raiders down to the goal line. Then shortly after, it's Hunter who hands it off to David Clary for the first points of the ballgame. Randolph up 7-0. But the Lions had an answer. It's Kyler Merck zipping it across the middle to Canute Wood for a first down. And a few plays later, Mertz takes it in himself for the second score of the half. Brooks up 14-7. The Lions also got it done on defense. Randolph's Andrew Hunter looking to make a play before Joshua Tyler strips the ball loose, and Kenan Jones scoops it up to give Brooks good field position, and they would score on the following play. And right before the end of the half, Mertz looking for the hat trick. He follows his blockers and cuts it upfield, evades one would-be tackler, and jets into the end zone as Brooks takes the 28-7 lead into halftime. In Brooks, as the Lions just defeated the Randolph Raiders 42-21, I'm with Brooks head coach Brad Black. Coach, what was working so well for you all tonight?
I just played hard tonight, played clean, super proud of our kids, super proud of our coaches. Community showed up, what a crowd. It was a great environment, man. Again, we played really hard tonight, and we played clean, and that's what we were looking for. So, moving forward, we told them we thought we had a good chance if we go out and play the right way and play clean.
You talk about playing clean. Y'all been clean all season. You haven't lost a game. I mean, talk about that.
That's the weird part. We hadn't played clean, and that's the frustrating part, I guess, is I don't know that we've played our best football yet, and that's exciting as a coach, but it's time to do it. I think we made a good big step that way tonight for sure.
You have a special player under center. I mean, talk about his impact tonight and what he was doing for you all.
He's going to be like I am. He's going to give you the credit to all the guys up front, because without them, he can't do it. He's a great player, great competitor. Kid's a warrior. I mean, it is what it is. I think he's one of the best players in the state, any classification included, for sure.
Good luck to you all next week, Coach. And again, the final score was 42-21 as the Brooks Lions defeat the Randolph Raiders. I'm Xavier WAAY, WAAY 31 Sports.
So a big win for Brooks. That puts them into the quarterfinals where they will take on Aniani. All right, well, let's shift our attention now to 2A, the defending state champs. Mars Hill in action tonight at home, hosting Tanner in a 2A showdown. And Tanner would threat early. A handoff to Trey Crutcher. He makes a nice cut and falls into the end zone to take a 7-0 lead. But Mars Hill would respond. Quick pitch to Damian Thompson, and he's got a convoy with him down the sideline, 55 yards to the house. We got a tie game at 7 apiece, and we would stay tied deep into the half. Tied at 14 now when Mars Hill takes the lead. Trey Dobbs gets in from the 2. Mars Hill out on top, 21-14. Then with just 20-some seconds left in the half, Mars Hill strikes again. Griffin Hansen keeps it this time for himself. He takes it in for the score as they take a 2-score lead into the break, and they end up with the big win over Tanner tonight, 47-20. So there you have it. The Panthers advance after the big victory, and now will take on a Spring Garden team who gets a big win over Aliceville tonight after a 40-35 win. That game should be a battle. While in that other 2A quadrant, here's a look at the night scores. Southeastern takes down Sullivan tonight 37-18 with the spot on the line to take on the winner of Cleveland in midfield. And it's Cleveland who gets the win to advance to the quarterfinals. Last week, it was a tough week for our bigger high schools in the area. All of 7A and 6A schools were knocked out in the first round, and all of our 5A schools were eliminated as well, except for Russellville. The Golden Tigers in action tonight in the 5A playoffs, taking on Fairview. First quarter, Fairview in the red zone. Handoff to Tyler Simons. He weaves his way in for the score. Aggies up 6-0, but Russellville would respond. Connor Warhurst with the handoff. He's got all sorts of room around the outside, and he lowers the shoulder here and nearly gets in. They say he's out, but he's out at the 1. They say. On the next play, though, he gets rewarded. He's in for the score, 7-6 ball game. But they wouldn't stop there. It's an end around this time for Torrey King. He leaps over his teammate and finds the end zone. Russellville out on top, 14-6. But this play at the buzzer for halftime, a bad snap, but it turns into 6 as Tyler Simons comes down with it in the end zone. It's a tie game, 21-21 at the half. And in the end, the Aggies in the Golden Tigers season with a massive win, 35-21. So here's a look at the rest of 5A. After the win, Fairview will now take on Parker after they get a big win tonight over Alexandria. While in the other 5A quadrant, Ramsey took down Center Point for a chance to take on Pleasant Grove after they got a big win tonight, 35-0 over Leeds. All right, guys, well, that wraps up Class 5A, Class 4A, and Class 2A. But coming up next on Big Game Friday night, we talk more high school football, including your defending state champions, the Fife Red Devils, in action tonight on the road. Big Game Friday night returns after this.
Stay tuned for more Big Game Friday night on WAAY 31.
McCurry Van and Car Rental Big Game Friday night.
You're watching Big Game Friday night on WAAY 31.
It's the McCurry Van and Car Rental Big Game Friday night.
Welcome back into Big Game Friday night, everyone. Plenty of more games to get to, like in 3A. When you think of 3A football in North Alabama, there's one school that stands above the rest, the Fife Red Devils. They are on the road tonight taking on JB Pennington, and they looked good tonight, already leading 14 when they keep pounding that rock. Kyle Dukes takes the direct snap. He gets in, or rather gets a big first down, and then on the next play, they get in. An easy handoff there for a quick 6. Then later on, it's Pennington trying to get something going. They do pick up a nice first down, but in the end, it was all Fife, folks. Dukes with another hard run here, which would set up another Fife score as they advance to the quarterfinals with a 43-14 win over Pennington. So here's a look at the 3A Quadrant 3 bracket. After Fife gets the win tonight, they will now face off against Sachs after they get a win over Oakman tonight, 36-22. Also in 3A, the Lauderdale County Tigers, they were in action tonight against Piedmont on the road, but they fall 31-0. A very impressive season comes to a close. Piedmont will go on to play the Winfield Pirates. All right, well, let's quickly turn our attention now to 1A because Decatur Heritage has put together quietly one of the best seasons in North Alabama. After starting 0-2, the Eagles had won 8 straight games, and they make it 9 straight. After tonight, they advance to the quarterfinals after a 76-60 win on the road tonight. They'll take on Winterboro next week with a spot in the region championship on the line. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the North Region playoffs. Some really interesting matchups across the state tonight, including the battle at Thompson as Thompson gets the big win. While at Hoover tonight, we had another big showdown. This one went to overtime, and in the end, it is the Hoover Buccaneers who gets the win. They will now face off against Thompson in that North Region title game, the rematch I think everyone wanted to see this season. In the South Region, Central gets a win over Theodore, while Auburn defeats Enterprise, so our Final Four is set in 7A. It'll be Central, Auburn, Hoover, and Thompson advancing to the region titles. But before we go, how about we check in on our friends in Lincoln County. Fayetteville High School in action in the Tennessee 1A playoffs. The defending state champs up there in 1A in action tonight against Dresden, and the Tigers would strike first in this one, capitalizing off a great kickoff. Handoff to Algeria Johnson. He powers in for an early touchdown. That's not the only plunge of the night, though. Graham Pace into the end zone, 14-7, Tigers out on top. Then just before halftime, they really get some offense moving. Sam Holdmeyer scrambling. He finds Jatarius Derrick in the flats. Look at this kid go. Stiff arms one, breaks a couple more, down the sideline, right into your living room. A 74-yard pickup, and it sets up this. 3 seconds left before halftime, and the Tigers capitalize on it. Holdmeyer to a wide open Isaiah Thomason. He gets his feet down. The Tigers take a 21-7 lead into the break, and in the end, it would be the Tigers who advance in this one, 28-7, the final. All right, before we go, I would like to take a moment to thank everyone that's tuned in throughout this season. It's been a blast here on Big Game Friday night. So for all of our shooters who braved the weather this season, to our producers who've had to deal with me, our production assistants, everyone back in production, and our editors, thank you for making this show a possibility. There have been numerous late nights, but it was all worth it. So for a final time, we will leave you with your Big Game Friday night top lights. Good night, everybody.
You've been watching a special presentation of WAAY 31 Sports.